I'm sorry, but I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world, there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful, but we have lost the way. Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much and feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent, and all will be lost. The aeroplane and the radio have brought us closer together. The very nature of these inventions cries out for the goodness of men, cries out for universal brotherhood, for the unity of us all. Even now, my voice is reaching millions throughout the world. Millions of despairing men, women, and little children, victims of a system that makes men torture and imprison innocent people. To those who can hear me, I say, do not despair. The misery that is now upon us is but the passing of greed, the bitterness of men who fear the way of human progress. The hate of men will pass, the dictators die, and the power they took from the people will return to the people. And so long as men die, liberty will never perish. Soldiers, don't give yourselves to brutes, men who despise you, enslave you, who regiment your lives, tell you what to do, what to think, or what to feel, who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men, machine men with machine minds and machine hearts. You are not machines, you are not cattle, you are men. You have the love of humanity in your hearts. You don't hate, only the unloved hate, the unloved and the unnatural. Soldiers, don't fight for slavery, fight for liberty. In the 17th chapter of St. Luke it is written, the kingdom of God is within man, not one man nor a group of men, but in all men, in you. You, the people, have the power to create machines, the power to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Then in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us all unite. Let us fight for a new world, a decent world, that will give men a chance to work, that will give you the future and old age a security. By the promise of these things, brutes have risen to power, but they lie. They do not fulfill that promise. They never will. Dictators free themselves, but they enslave the people. Now let us fight to fulfill that promise. Let us fight to free the world, to do away with national barriers, to do away with greed, with hate and intolerance. Let us fight for a world of reason, a world where science and progress will lead to all men's happiness. Soldiers, in the name of democracy, let us all unite!
Hey everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to everyone joining Manifesto Mondays. Some of you probably wonder where Artorius is. He's not joining us today. He's a bit busy tonight, so he's stuck with me. There was supposed to be someone else joining me to co-host with me, but I can't see them, so I'll get them up when I do. As always, requests at your wish. You could request whenever you want. Come up, and even before I knew that Artorius was not going to be here, it was more so to just let new people on if they wanted to ask about Cult and Cult's ecosystem, or just to kind of introduce themselves. Or it was just more of a bit of a chill out chat. But I actually didn't know how to start off today because obviously there's been a lot of stuff in the news where a lot of people have been affected by earthquakes around the world, and I hope everyone's good, but obviously there are people that are affected by it regardless of within or without our community. So I I've been hearing some great ideas already from people that want to kind of support people that are affected by this. So yeah, we could even talk about that as well. The floor's open. It's there's no set agenda, so to say. But yeah, just don't leave me hanging on my own, just because the Tories isn't here. Wasteland. Yeah, so Wasteland is our co-host today with me, Mr. Big Brains. I've oh, 1 second. Let me send you a co-host invite. 1 second.
My Wi-Fi is actually good. That just took a heck of a long time to come up here. There we go. Co-host.
There you
now.
are.
Thanks, my friend.
Thank you for
Accept co-host invite.
Yeah, you're in. You're there. Thank you. Thanks for coming on.
Maybe it's my mind, but that's good. My pleasure, man. My pleasure. Sorry for being late. Hello, everybody.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Just getting started. Just to say that this will be on the hour because there's a coin merge AMA as well where Mr. C is joining and he'll be representing CULT. So we'll stop on the hour, and so it won't be a long one today. But it is a long one because there's something else happening afterwards. So please do support him in that as well. But yeah, Wasteland, I was just saying there's no set agenda for today's spaces. Even before Tori said he couldn't make it, it was just more so if we had new, because there was a lot of eyes on us last week and there's been a lot of eyes on our ecosystem. We're growing holders. So if there was anyone that is new to CULT and wanted to come up and have a chat or ask questions, or anyone really just want to share their thoughts. And also with what's happening around the world, I've seen a lot of people having ideas how CULT or CULT's ecosystem can possibly support that. I'm open to chat about that as well. So it's quite an open chat today, really. There's no particular agenda. But if there's anything you want to cover as well, I think there's actually there's two other spaces that are starting, and without putting them on the spot, they're going to be done on a weekly basis, I'm guessing. What I'll do is, so the first one is on Tuesdays, so Treasury Tuesdays, and that's gonna, I'm guessing, because I've not spoken to Earthling, but he's the one that's hosting that because it's on his profile. So, but I don't know if he's doing it every week from his profile, but that is something that they're looking to kind of implement back. So what I'll do is I'll pin that here at the top. Please do set reminders and support other spaces as well. Everyone's doing that at their own time to kind of help and push the ecosystem and to share their knowledge and research with us. I need to find his Twitter profile.
And I think the other space weekly is being held by Alleycat and maybe a few others. Correct me if I'm
No, that's
wrong
right.
there.
That's right.
I believe. Okay. So I'm looking forward to that one as well. For anybody that hasn't tuned into kind of the evolution of Revolt over time, especially over the last couple of weeks, there have been a couple of core community members in Revolt to Earn who really stepped up and added structure, and also have taken a lot of heat for adding that structure. So my kudos to them. This includes Alleycat, this includes Citizen Kane, and I'm really terrible with names, so shout out to everybody who's doing that, because it's not easy.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I've pinned both tweets above. 1 second. 1 second. I need to delete this one and pin the right one. I feel like I'm not with it today.
My friend, I literally completely lost track of time. I thought it was half an hour ago.
It's all good. It's all good, man.
Not just you, man.
Right, so I've pinned both spaces at the top. So we've got Manifesto Mondays, we've got Treasury. Has he called it Treasury Tuesdays? Oh wait, it would help if I actually pinned the right tweet. 1 second. I don't know what I'm doing here. 1 second.
And as Harry had emphasized before, it always is, but I think especially the Manifesto Mondays, it's a space for people to ask questions, right? I think something that's really critical to the development of like any ecosystem is being able to ask questions, and that being safe for people, right? Because that's how folks can invest their time and their effort and connect their passions to the DAO, right? Because they're able to safely do that. So yeah, I wanted to emphasize that, especially given that this is a shorter manifesto, just Manifesto Mondays, as Harry had noted.
Yeah, I've noticed a bit of a pattern. We normally get like through this phase of introduction and having a back and forth with the host and the co-host. Then we talk a little bit about what's going on. And then as we go on, we get an influx of people coming in when it's more, when we're like, oh, okay, we'll wrap it up. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So we can pretend like we're going to do a half an hour spaces and then people can come in earlier.
Yeah, it's nice to be able to predict something though. I'll say that. So much is chaotic in the world. We can know that there'll be 20 people in the last minute that are requesting to speak, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. How's things with you anyway? How have you been getting on? And how's apologies, but I've not kept up to date with the code of ethics stuff. I know you were kind of leading the forefront of that. So is there any updates on that front or next steps or anything you want to maybe share with us on that?
Yeah, I'm so all right. So in order to connect those pieces, I'm doing quite well. Partly because it's been easier for me to put my energy into things that I really care about, aka stuff like the code of, formerly the code of ethics. I sharpened the title to code of conduct simply because the focus is really on, the behaviors of entities within the DAO and then outside of the DAO, rather than ethics, which is a bit more fuzzy, right? Because it's a meta governance document. It's something that over time is going to correspond with particular upgrades, right? Protocols that can automate how the social layer of CULT.DAO functions. There's a lot of details to that. I added a bit of structure, and there's already a lot of dialogue within those particular structures, or the breakdown of the code of conduct. That's all in Discord. I haven't started up spaces again, but I'm planning to do that. Yeah, and if anybody wants to check it out, there's an initial draft which Socrates actually was kind enough to put it in the channel towards the very top of the CULT.DAO Discord. And then if you scroll down like a few sections, you'll be able to see the evolution of from the code of ethics to the code of conduct, and then how that breaks down further, and also examples of making governance a bit more hard, rather than kind of like, soft chaotic governance, right? And the goal there is literally that we can add structure and prepare prior to the treasury going wherever it's going to go, right? If there's something of value, you want to protect the processes which dictate how that is distributed. The treasury is something of value. Ergo, it's important to learn from other DAOs and build those systems in.
I mean, absolutely, because without a treasury, we can't function as the protocol is set out to be, right? And if we abuse the treasury, or it's not used in the way the many want it to be used, then people will move away from it, or people will not enter in the first place, right? So it's really important to have certain things in place, but at the same time, it's tricky, right? Because you want to do it in a way where a lot of the voices are heard and everyone has an input, but at the same time having some sort of basic grounding to follow by, right? Because then it just gets, everything's in the Wild West and you just don't know where to look, or you're trying to look everywhere like a headless chicken and you don't know, you can't, there's nothing to fall back on. You need something to fall back on, which can be like, it's really hard to explain, but what you're doing is right, and I like that, because it will set a grounding where people can actually look at and be like, you know what, this is how it's always supposed to be. But also, yeah, if you take it back to the manifesto itself, that's a little bit of grounding, but then it's said in there that it's the community that can take it in a particular direction, because that's very limited, and it's there for a reason, and it's done for that reason. So now it's within the community's hands, so our hands, everyone's hands, that holds CULT, to kind of mold that and take it in a direction that suits fit for everyone. But there's always going to be differences of opinion at the same time, because not everyone's going to agree. That's where the voting process kicks in, right? So, and that's where it's really important to ensure that you use your vote, because I think we were at a stage at one point where a lot of people had differences of like in their views, but they weren't utilizing their vote. And that sometimes kind of, it just goes against the whole thing of having your voice heard, right? Because you can have your voice heard, like literally have your voice heard, but then you're really and truly your voice is heard through the vote, because it's the vote that triggers anything out of the treasury in or out or stays there, right? So yeah, it's really vital to have that. But thank you for putting that together. It's I couldn't think of a better person to do that.
Yeah, thanks, Ben. I don't want to go on and on about it, but yeah, like really in brief, the motivation is the attractiveness of exploiting CULT.DAO goes up in proportion to the size of the treasury and how loud we are, right? So that's the flip side of being successful, and all that means is that it deserves to be guarded. So yeah, I can always say more to people in DMs if they would like.
You just want people to DM you, don't you? Not falling for that. Not falling for that, Wastelander. But
I
yeah,
can never
no.
DM people as an admin first. This is true.
Okay. Is that your trick? You become an admin and then you let other people slide into your DMs. I get it.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, thank you. Thanks for that. And apologies for putting you on the spot with that one. I wasn't really up to date with what was going on with it. So I couldn't think of a better person to ask. But anyway, everyone else is more than welcome to come on, and we don't have to go too deep. You could just come and say hi to us and just have a chat and just tell us how well, it sounds funny saying how your week's going because it's Monday, but the last one was last Monday, so you could tell us about last week or your weekend even. But yeah, just don't be shy, because we've got. You know what? I really thought that people were probably gonna be like, "Oh, Taurus is not on. We're not gonna go in." But no, it's nice to see people still show up. That's great. But please do come and speak to us, and have a chat with us. I promise, Wastelander does not bite.
Yeah, I'm not admin in this space, you guys. no worries. Yeah, but in all seriousness, it does help to express things, and then that lets other people say things. They can be like, oh yeah, now that person sees things and they feel things the way I do, therefore I can also do this now. And everybody in here matters. Your voice matters. What you care about matters.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, you know what? There's one thing that's been great for like one of our treasury investments, and that's WolfWorks. And when was it? Was it 9 months ago we invested in WolfWorks?
Something like that, man. It was so long ago.
That's mad. But that shows how good seed investments can come to fruition or can give us so much more value. And you have to build a relationship early on with these. And obviously getting into seed stage is high risk, but it's high reward. And like anything can happen, but that's what it's called, an investment. It could go either way. But that just shows that the work that we're doing, yes, we're learning along the way, but it's not all bad, So yeah, we've got someone that wants to come up. WB, let me get you on. Speaker. Hey, WB, welcome. Hello?
Yes, hi. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, yeah.
Yeah, I want to say thank you for this opportunity to let me speak.
Yeah, not a problem. Welcome. I don't think I've spoken to you before, actually.
Yeah, actually, I spoke with Citizen and YT. I've been
Amazing.
yeah, I've been trying to get a chance to pitch my idea. So I would like to thank everyone for listening. I would also like to say thank you to my community. They joined it. They've been very excited and very supportive along the way. We're establishing a good relationship together. We're trying to be like a CULT.DAO. So thanks everyone.
No worries. I don't actually. Sorry, I wasn't on that spaces, so I'm not really sure what the idea was. But what did you say it was called?
So we've been developing sort of an AI deployer for smart contracts.
Okay.
So the deployer is very safe. So it allows us to deploy smart contracts in a safe way. See, the DeFi space volume is very huge, as you all know. Like we have around 5.96 billion volume every 24 hours, and unfortunately, a lot of that volume is being used by scammers and ruggers in this space. So our what our project does is he helps developers deploy smart contracts, and at the same time he makes sure that the investors' money is safe. So and not just that, he also helps us burns that the money that the scammers trying to rack. The way the mechanism works is how uh, the LP is automatically gets locked for a period of time. If your project doesn't have a volume for a month, you're not allowed to take that LP again. So that LP will go directly to our basket, and we can use it to burn later. Also, we have a non-tie tax farm mechanism that will not allow devs to tax farm their community. If they surpass an X amount of Ethereum, the money will directly go to the same basket, and also will be used to burn and reward the holders, you know.
Okay. Okay. Great. 1 second. I think our co-host has just had some signal issues, so he'll be back. Okay. Interesting. And what is that you're looking for? You're looking for to see like.
We are looking we are offering CULT a percentage of our basket.
Okay. And what were you looking for in return? Was there
In
anything in
return,
particular?
we're looking to normalize the use of the deployer in the space. We need more. We need more users. We need more. We need bigger community. The more we normalize the use of this deployer, the more volume we get. I mean, if we get 1%, just 1% of the DeFi volume every 24 hours, we will be burning millions of dollars of money that was gonna be taken by scammers.
I think it's probably best then to, if you go into that Discord, we've got a Discord channel,
Yes, I
which,
know, and
yeah.
I already did that.
Okay.
So
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
yeah,
So it's best to get in touch with one of the guardians and
yes,
speak to them.
that's already on progress. I know
Okay,
today
perfect.
the co-founder should have been here. I wish I had a chance to speak with him, but
Yeah, he's usually here every Monday, but it's just a
yeah,
bit
I
caught
know.
up
I,
today.
I was
Yeah.
told, yeah, but it's okay. I mean, I'm happy you guys are here. I would like to hear some feedback from you. Any ideas? Any
To be
particular feedback?
honest, yeah, to be honest, I'd need to look into it properly to see how it actually functions and operates. And actually, if you have any, if you have
Yes, absolutely. I
any
will.
write up or anything, yeah, just to see
Yeah,
how it
absolutely.
functions and how it operates. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. We we have everything. We have everything that you asked for. I just followed you.
Yep, no problem.
Yeah, I will send you all the writings you need. You can also check out our website or our Telegram. It's Kyokai. It's I don't know if I can write it. I'm not
What?
very. Yeah.
Yeah, if you send the details and stuff, we can obviously I can take a look at that, and then you're in the Discord anyway. So if there is a proposal that goes through, then I'm
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. I just yeah.
I'm sure it'll be shared.
I just sent you write up.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, I think I've got a message. Yeah, no worries. I'll take a
Yeah.
look at I'll take a
Thanks.
look at it after the spaces, and I'll let you know.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Harry.
No problem at all. Thank you for coming up. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, Khan, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. I'll just need a minute because my kid woke up. I'll join you back in 1 minute because I have some important stuff to talk about.
No worries. No problem. No worries.
Sorry for that. Yeah, I'm back. And
you're back. That was quick.
Yeah. I mean, he went back to sleep, so that's okay. The thing is that I'll be taking this moment just to, take your attention to two guys, good people in our community, and keep them in your prayers. Send them a DM and just ask about how they are doing and stuff. One's Beefy, who is having a hard time with a member of his family. I mean, his pet is having an issue, so that's why we missed the CULT tank. Hopefully, he's all good, and hopefully everything come back normal after the vet test tomorrow. And the other is a big Chris, who will be having an operation on his leg. So do send him some love and send him a DM that you are thinking about them, because they are good people in the community. So that's that. And the other thing regarding today's event in Turkey. There are people in our community who are from Turkey, and do think about them and just put out a tweet that you care and stuff like that. And hopefully we'll be having a good proposal on CULT's behalf. And if not on CULT, we can always do reward proposal for them and directly benefit or directly send out the funds to those that are affected by it. So do reach out to the community members that are from Turkey, and hopefully we can come together as a community and help out in this difficult situation.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Thank you for coming on and sharing that. And I hope I think it's Beefy's dog actually. I think he was saying last week that it was a bit, wasn't feeling too great, and he was gonna take it to the vet and look after it. So hope his pet's okay. And also, Big Chris is he came into the CULT community and took it by storm. Started doing spaces and was recovering from a leg injury and had an operation. And I think he came on earlier on today and said he had an infection and he was in pre-op and he was going to get another operation. So I hope that goes well for him as well. And what Khan said about everyone that's been affected by the earthquakes, I hope we can help them in some way or do something for them. And I'd love to see something up for that if possible at all. But yeah, it's just horrible reading that. I've been trying to stay off social media just to kind of not see it, not in a bad way, but it's heartbreaking to see people like go through that, just around, like you say around the world, but I mean, we're so connected with each other across the world. I think we've got a decent sized Turkish community in CULT as well. I think someone was messaging me not long ago actually, trying to get them more visibility into CULT and stuff. And I think Zeke is from there as well. A lot of people know him as well. He's quite vocal with CULT, and there's a lot of people impacted. So it's definitely been a bit of a rough day waking up to all that. So just prayers for everyone, and I hope that people can come out of this somewhat not fully affected. It's tough.
Thank you, Khan, for your heart and coming up. I remember, I think it was yesterday or the day before, Arturius had actually retweeted the CULT.DAO social Twitter, or the CULT.DAO Turkey Twitter group. So I'm gonna put that in the comments down here. And yeah, I mean, just again, thanks for your heart and mentioning this both for Beefy and Big Chris, and the fact that a lot of people don't know what it's like to go through an earthquake and how incredibly horrendous and devastating that can be. So really, thank you, man.
Wastelander, when good Wi-Fi?
I think it's my VPN. Was that cutting out again? Because
No, yeah.
it's like I stood up and then it's so incredible. Like maybe my heart is like intersecting with my Wi-Fi, and like because my heart's beating so fast. I don't know, something like that.
No, man, the voice quality is pretty great and stuff. And yeah, I think I was forgetting something, but yeah, we have, I think, the snapshot voting is live for the cult logo, models logo, sorry. So if anyone hasn't voted, I think now's the good time, because I think we have less than a day or something that the voting goes off. So do vote for your favorite logo and tweet about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Look at that. K-Khan's coming in with all the info. I need to be more prepared. Yeah, absolutely.
You are definitely forgetting something. I think we talked about in the other space that we were doing.
I didn't agree to anything.
Come on.
I didn't. I said I would. I'm host, so I host things. I don't do it. I just let other people do it.
Oh well, man, it's all good. It's all good. And yeah, I mean, I'm still missing a few people who agreed to do that. And yeah, I think we have a few people.
Hold up! No. But the main thing is, right? The main thing is, the people that you want to do it for, are they even here? I can't see one of them.
One is here. Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Interesting. No. Who's he? Wait. I don't know who we're looking for. That's the other thing.
Come on, man. It's your arch nemesis. It's Mr. Preach.
Oh, sugar. Wait, why is he my arch nemesis? Why are you not like stirring stuff up?
I'm just kidding, man. I mean, you both are great.
K-Khan, my Wi-Fi is Harry's arch nemesis. This is like top knowledge, man. Come on now.
I think mine is worse than yours now at this moment.
I don't know, dude.
Yeah, man. So the thing is that we had some pretty good people in the community whose birthday was coming up this month, or it's already passed. Holly's birthday was yesterday, so happy birthday to her. And yeah, they will have. And I don't think I'll be. I'm at the liberty to say who's coming up, but hopefully you'll be wishing him on Holly's and Bub's space on Thursday. So do join in on then.
Yeah, you'll probably get a better turnout of what I'm gonna say, contributors on that space.
Exactly, man.
We've got definitely a shy crowd. I mean, it must be me then, not Artorius. I thought it was always him.
Yeah, man. I think no, man. It's not you. I think the usual bunch is having. I mean, they are busy and stuff at work and stuff. I mean, it's Monday.
I know. It's always Monday. Manifesto Monday is always a Monday.
Man, I mean, you are in Dubai, I'm in Pakistan, so it's off time for us, and it's just their day is beginning.
Yeah, but it's always this time. Always. That's not a good excuse. It's funny because I remember when I said it a few weeks ago and I tweeted it out, and when you post it on Telegram, sometimes it pulls the tweet through so you can see the message. Sometimes it doesn't. So when it doesn't, I take a screenshot and I tag it to the message so people can see what they're actually clicking on. And I did that, and someone messaged me saying, Manifesto Monday on Tuesdays now. What's going on? And I said, no, it's Tuesday for me. It's like midnight for me every Tuesday. It's still on Monday. It gets confusing with different time zones. And then people are like, oh, what time is it? If you click on it, on the tweet, the spaces gives you your local time. So that's the best thing. And I didn't know that when I first started doing it. I was like, when people used to post stuff, I was like, what time is it? What time is this? What time is that? And then Yeah, the easiest way is just click on it and see the spaces time for you, and that's the time it's at, which is great. But yeah, so it's always Tuesday for me. It's always Manifesto Tuesday. But yeah, I don't. I think people are not gonna. I think they're gonna leave us hanging. I've got a feeling. I just
Yeah, man,
wanna.
I think Bubs was on fire in the other group, and Witty was on fire that he will come up and speak about the birthday
All
stuff
talk.
and some
All
other stuff.
talk.
And
All talk.
yeah, hopefully, I mean, they are free. I mean, just throw the open mic, man.
We have
I.
JDM coming up to speak, actually.
Thank you,
Yeah.
man.
Hey,
Talk
JDM,
about legends
legend.
there.
How's it going, Harry? Wastelander, how y'all doing today?
All good. How are you, sir?
Well,
Oh,
my friend.
busy. That's good. Yeah. Yes, we got a lot of good stuff going on with Cult right now. The Wolf Works. I want to touch on that a little bit. That's one of the things that, to me, seeing seed investment that early, it gives you that time to build that relationship with that project. And you got to put in time. You got to wait and do the best you can, but look what happens when it comes to fruition. This is one proposal out of every proposal we've put through, and look at the return on it. Look how much it's going to affect the lives and the families in this DAO and in this community. This is it's big, and I think it's going to open a lot of eyes for people, instead of investing in tokens that are already launched and established and all that. We need to be looking, I think, for these seed investments, these projects that are coming out that are building during this time, because these are the ones that are going to change lives. These are the ones that are going to put food on our tables, that are going to take care and feed our families. These are the ones that are going to make us profitable and make us money. I just want to put my 2 cents out there on the Wolf Works, and on the proposals. We've got a lot of good proposals through in the DAO right now. We've funded a lot, through the treasury, and it is great. And we're going to find a lot more at ETH Denver. There's going to be a lot of good projects there that we're going to scout out. There's going to be a bunch of us there, looking and researching and talking to people. And I'm also going to be celebrating my birthday in ETH Denver. Speaking of birthdays, so I'm excited to meet a bunch of you guys, and I'm gonna get back to work. But I just wanted to jump on and say hey, and thanks for everybody's help, and thanks for everything everybody's doing in the community.
Thanks, JDM. You're somebody else who is always incredibly genuine and caring, and also it brings like incredible value add to all facets of the DAO. So thanks for coming up, man. And yeah, I didn't know it was your birthday, but all right, it's right around the corner, isn't it?
Yeah, it's gonna be March. It's March 2nd, so it's gonna be smack dab in the middle of ETH Denver.
It's at the launch, actually. We're going to launch ETH Denver on your birthday, bro.
That's what it's meant to be.
It is meant to be. You are right. And I'm glad that you are attending, sir. It'd be great to catch up with you in person.
Definitely, I'm excited to meet a bunch of you guys.
No, same here. Same here. No, thanks
I
for
have a
coming up as
question.
well. Yeah, go for it.
Do we have Tilt Tank this week?
I don't know. It just depends. We'll just have to take it.
It's the perfect time to hold one, because I think it's already 6th of February, and the rug could happen anytime. And good luck,
Yes.
because you are the last one.
Yes, I think we are doing a kill tank this week. I'll check with Beefy and them and make sure, but I'm about positive we are doing one this week.
Yeah, it's actually set up for tomorrow on Dom's The Bald CEO Show channel. So tomorrow, I believe 11 a.m. Eastern, but I'm going to confirm that.
Oh, wait, hold up. Are we getting mixed up between Dom's podcast thing and Kill Tank, the spaces? I think they might be on the same day.
Oh, this is the one on YouTube. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Waste Center just soft shilling his side over there. It's okay.
And you know me so well, JDM. It's not going to be me there. It's actually going to be somebody else repping a different letter. But yeah, it's an exciting time, isn't it, for TRG? So we'll have to see what happens.
It is. And I feel like there's still a lot in the pipeline for TRG. You know, this is still new. You know, it's still a new project. I still feel like there is some tricks that are going to be played. And this first rug is going to make a big difference in TRG itself and the stakers. To make a big difference in all the letters. I think, you know, just because the fact of even if you think you're going to get rugged, you're in a letter that you think is going to get rugged, and you sell, you're driving volume either way. So there's really no telling which way this is going to go until it's down to when it happens.
That's the thing, man. You know, everybody's got to operate and strategize under uncertainty, right? So knowing that you don't know, what do you do? It's really admirable the kinds of things that different community members have developed so far. I don't want to say too much about that, but honestly, it's just a bit shocking, kind of like the innovation that it's opened up. And you know, as soon as that happens, you know, we could be seeing another community at the center of the burn mechanism. So, you know, there's quite a lot to look forward to.
I think that like this is entirely like not entirely actually that was not a right statement to make, but a lot of TRGs followed through the cult community, and I just feel like as TRG grows and people see it for what it is, that it's like what JDM said, it's just kind of got started. And I really feel like TRG itself, the token, and its ecosystem, and also maybe the winning token, I just feel like we don't know everything about that yet. And I just feel like that there's a lot more of that to come. Just my feeling, by the way.
Nah, I think it tracks the reality of it. It's my feeling, and it kind of it's the sort of thing where you don't know how radical it is until you actually see it, but it's perfectly designed in order to be chaotically radical and turn heads from all kinds of spaces and you know, parts of crypto. So that's probably like the most exciting thing about it, is just its radical unpredictability. Except that, you know, it is constantly burning cults, constantly bringing people in, constantly functioning as like this marketing avenue for cults. But then, you know, for all other communities. But even when they're at the center of the burning mechanism, that is also raising the visibility of cult. That's also talking about cult, because this is where it all started, right? It's a continuous feedback machine.
Yeah, and soon it'll be continuously burning Revolt as well once our own chain comes out. So there's another piece to it.
And also, if people don't realize, I don't think people realize exactly how much cult TRG is burning. If you go to Etherscan and you go to analytics and you can look at the burn wallet, look at the ratio and how it's going up, it's a pretty steady climb. And each day makes a difference. So make sure you take a look at Etherscan and look at the analytics tab on the burn wallet and check it out and see how much is burned, because if you do the math on it and you add it up daily, we're still what, a month in on the rug game, and you know, we haven't even lost the first letter yet. Once the first letter gets rugged and people actually see the concept and see what's going on, those burns are going to accelerate. So make sure you take a look at Etherscan and check your analytics and look at the burn rate, because it's definitely increasing. And I think it's going under the radar a lot more than people realize it is.
Absolutely. And when the letter rugs, people, obviously a community will get rewarded, and people will jump at that because people want to get rewarded, right? They want to increase their bags or whatever they hold. So yeah, I think once the first letter goes, it'll show how much scope there actually is for this and how big it can be. And like, yeah, it is truly amazing, actually. It's a really big brain, like really is. I was going to say something else as well. I've totally forgotten now.
No worries, man. I mean, if you want to shill G-Star, and now's the time, because today I was completely hopeless and now we are doing just fine. It's our team that has to worry. So now's a good time to join in on G-Star.
But you know what, though? I'll say one other thing, right? People are saying that, but if you think about this from Actually, no. Okay, this isn't investment advice, but if you got a token at the bottom that's got the lowest market cap, I know it's on points, but if you generally look at the points and then you look at the market cap, I think R does have the lowest market cap or second lowest. Now, if it's lowest on points as well, and you want to increase the points, what can people do? They could just ape into the lowest market cap, which is going to go up a lot faster with a bigger influx. Take them out at the bottom. People that are holding the bag are probably wanting to sell. Points coming in. Next minute, you know you're not at the bottom anymore. So
But
there's no
the
real
thing
person at the
is,
bottom.
no, but the thing is, if you just buy in for the lowest one, and now the time has already started to rub the letter,
But you don't
and
know when
as you
that
buy
is,
it,
though.
I mean, but we still don't know if it can happen,
Exactly.
and
I mean,
if you buy
guys,
it,
in the end of
welcome,
the
man.
day, yeah, in the end of the day, it's not actually the bull market or the bear market. It's actually the supply and the demand. How much supply is, how much demand there is, because you can still see, projects that are doing 700%, last month. So it doesn't matter if the price of the Bitcoin goes up or we are in the A cycle or the B cycle. I believe that if we create as a community something that has very good adoption, we can see the price going up and we don't have to time the market. Let's say if the team starts if we make something that, let's say TikTok, let's say influencers can upload, I follow M, and people will say, well, what's M? And behind the M, it's gonna be actually the game behind it. So it's not gonna be, oh, go buy CULT or support CULT. It's gonna be more like a game, and every user out there actually uses their phone. So if we want to create something as a community, it's actually we have to create a game. We have to create actually this team has to grow inside of the projects of new investors, and the prices will go up and it's going to become one of the coins that has 40 billion market cap. But if we just stay and argue where is the cycle and we need the cycle for the price to go up, that's totally nonsense.
No one's talking about a cycle, mate. We're actually talking about our ecosystem and what we developed. But absolutely, I mean, you have to grow an ecosystem to get people into it and get them interested, and you have to have something different. You have to have a differentiator for people to look at you. So that's what we're talking about. We're talking about having something different, what's not out there in the first place. Like, I'm sure no one mentioned about Bitcoin price or anything, what you've just mentioned. And plus, no one's really sat here talking about like price action for CULT itself. We're talking about the whole ecosystem and its developments and what's going on. And some of our investments that have actually done quite well, where with WolfWorks, obviously it's vested for 12 months linear, but already we're sitting quite nicely. And that was invested 9 months ago in a bear market. So yeah, there's a lot to it. It just depends how everyone sees it and what their perspective is on it.
The development, I think, is not like technical part. It's more like create something that can actually entertain the users and make them actually interested to the project. And it's that's pure marketing. Um, you know, Richard Hart, let's say, is doing pretty much marketing. He knows that you can build the best actually blockchain, but fail because you don't have adoption. So you have to create a service fiction. So when I'm asking, let's say, from the users, we can all do something, let's say, to make something as a trend, so we can, increase the marketing, and then, the service fiction of something has value. So the development is not like the project behind the coding, it's actually the adoption, because even you can see like bullshit projects are doing like thousands of without any utility inside, without any community, just trolls. So pretty much is marketing.
Yeah, but now the question comes is, are you looking at sustainability or are you just looking for 100x and out?
Money. We are all here for the money.
Yeah, no, but you also, yeah, absolutely. So you can either go chasing them coins or you can, everything has its time and everything has its place, right? So it depends how you see it, and everyone has their own risk appetite. So I mean, that's something that you probably need to decide on yourself. Like you can't, like no one's going to really sit here and give you advice, and they shouldn't really, to be honest, because no one's a financial advisor here. So yeah, we're just more talking about the project that we're invested in rather than just
the
price
80%,
action.
the 80% of the users that actually go into the crypto is actually to gamble, most of them to gamble. So if you have, let's say, £1,000 and you have actually to bet to put somewhere, actually you're betting the price that will go up. You have to bet in some, you have to invest in something that maybe is a long term and, it's more safe, but you have to, or you can option 2, invest in something that just increases, yesterday was 5% or 10%, 15%, 20%, and goes and goes and goes. You're going to invest on that one. So in the end of the day, in the crypto community, nothing really, the tokenomics are more for the long-term investors, for those who know. But the regular 85% of the population that uses actually crypto is pure gambling. So that's why I say service fiction, that something has value. I mean, if the community is great and does stuff, let's say creates trends, do something viral, try to invite someone that he's more bigger fish than you and try to get attention, because nowadays attention is a currency. And a project, if it has only mechanics but doesn't have actually any attention, will die.
Yeah, okay, let's talk about attention. We're probably the 5th biggest DAO with engagement, or probably higher actually.
Nobody knows it like Dogecoin though. You see the difference?
Okay, how long has Dogecoin been out? Let's talk facts. How long has it been out?
But it's not about how long
Come
it can
on.
be. There is also
okay, how is it
there is
not?
projects that has been 7-8 years and nobody knows it.
Yeah, no, but that's not the point though. Now you're just jumping facts. You're just jumping around. We're having a conversation, right?
Hey, I actually just muted you, Augustus, just for the sake of time, since I know I'm not admin here, but what can I say? we got 8 minutes left. I would suggest that anybody who doesn't know the ecosystem check out the Medium articles and check out everything that we're built on. I did actually wonder, as I'm scrolling through the listeners here, Holly, I wanted to say happy birthday to you, because I hadn't actually said that yet, because Lord knows my memory is shit. But I wondered if you wanted to come up and say anything about ETH Denver, given that you've been the brain power and literally you've done most of the logistics behind that. No pressure. Obviously you haven't asked that, but then I wanted to remind everybody that prior to our 4 p.m. Eastern time space, if you'd like to come up and ask questions or anything like that, that's cool. And finally, I didn't do this before because my mind is all over the place. Syria was also extremely hard hit by the earthquakes. And we know that a lot of Western powers are in an unfair, deadly, literally life and death kind of state of ignoring what goes on in Syria these days. So I wanted to give that a shout out, because there are a lot of people in Syria that lost their lives, are out in the freezing cold, and yeah, Holly is now connecting. So over to you, my friend. Once you're in here.
Hi. Thanks for asking me to come up and speak, and thank you for the birthday wishes.
I think she might be able to outcompete me and Khan for worst Wi-Fi we're going to see, though. It's neck and neck so
Holly's
far.
here.
Can you hear me?
She's here. Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, yes. Well, thank you for the birthday wishes, everybody. I really appreciate that.
Okay.
So at Denver, we are
My bad.
we're pretty much all prepared. I've ordered all of our banners, our table runners. I've designed the layout for our tables and chairs and everything, and how our booth is going to look. We're going to have a little Mr. O's lit library with all of his cool books that he's got on his list in Discord, and I think at this point we'll have 23 people plus, I think, a plus 1 or 2. And then someone, Ms. Cult Infinite 369 had put up that revolt proposal for funds to buy t-shirts, and that passed. So thank you everybody for that. So I will be ordering Cult t-shirts from Kenzo Cult's website. And if you haven't ordered from him, you should. He's giving us a discount. And that discount's live for, I think, another week or so. What else? You can still apply to attend if you want to go. It's free to attend. You just have to pay for your own lodging and airfare, of course, but we'll put you to work if you would like to show up. I think that's about it. I think we're almost ready. It's just getting down to the crunch of all the little last minute things, and I've got to start shipping stuff to IRL. She's in Denver, and so I appreciate her so much. If you don't know, she's one of our pre-appointed guardians, and she is letting me ship everything to her. And she has a box truck and a team of 6 people that she's going to bring all of our stuff to the convention center and bring it out to our booth, so we don't have to figure out transporting all that stuff to the booth. So I appreciate her. Just want to give her a shout out for that. So I think that's it.
Oh, yeah, thank you, Holly. I wanted to say thank you to you on these spaces because you've done a lot behind the scenes that people don't see or necessarily hear about. There's a lot of work that goes into like organizing the booth, making sure everyone's either got their tickets or they're organized or they know what's going on. Same with Ira Art. She's doing a lot of stuff in the background. And I think it's the first she's going to go to set stuff up. So if people are around on the first, we'll put out more details. Please do come and help us out to set up the booth and everything else if you're there early. And yeah, just there's a lot. There's so much that happens before an event, and like just ordering little bits and bobs, making sure we've got like TV screens and everything else. And I can't even do it justice because you've done so much. I just can't even remember half of it. But thank you for that, honestly.
You're welcome. This is the stuff I love doing. I could do this for free all day long. So I love doing anything like this for Cult. So thanks I'm just glad I got to go. So all right, 3 minutes left, guys. Thank you.
No worries. No, thanks for that. Thanks for hopping on last minute as well. Much appreciated. Right, cool. Yeah, we've got a couple of minutes left till the coin merge AMA, which Mr. C will be representing Cult. So do join that if you're around for that, definitely, straight after this. And I feel like I've said a lot of times, and then I remember Mr. C, and then I'm like, I remember it again, because he always picks up on it quite a bit. But yeah,
Mr. C is a badass, man. No words for that guy.
Have you heard him do my impression, like of me talking? It's hilarious. It's so accurate as well.
I might have a heart attack if we're all in person and he does that, honestly.
Oh, so. I need to hear it in person. It's so accurate. It's like, hold up, did you record me or something?
Yeah. Nah, that guy's got a lot of talent, a lot of work ethic, just like Holly.
Absolutely. Holly. Absolutely. And yourself and everyone else that puts in the hard work in Cult and, make sure that we keep ticking all along. Oh, look who I see. I see Soldier of Cult in here. And I feel like, hold up. He's not Soldier of Cult anymore. He's Soldier on 3 drops. But I've not seen him in a while. I hope he's good. After I say one name, then I feel bad because I've not mentioned anyone else. But I've just seen him after ages, so I hope he's good. He's coming to Denver as well, so I'm really looking forward to meeting him as well. There's a few others. But yeah, we've got 1 minute left, so I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you for joining, everyone. It's been a bit mishmashy, but we got there at the end. Thank you, Wastelander, for hopping in and helping out. Thank you, everyone else that came on and contributed and had a chat with us. We'll catch you same time next week. But remember the AMA for Coin Merge straight after this now. You've got the spaces for tomorrow, Treasure Tuesdays. Then you've got the Wednesday. I forgot what it's called now. Is it Wednesday Wage or something? 1 second, let me check.
That is correct.
Yeah, the Wednesday Wage with Ali Cat as well. That's on Wednesday. And then we've got Thursday, Bubs and Holly's recap space. Yep, we've always got something going on. So please do join. Catch you all soon. Take care.